Right, hi everybody, this is Forest Plaza. This is a shopping centre, very old shopping centre. Here's a tree. It looks like it doesn't look a new tree. Is it a new tree? I have no idea. It looks like it's going to rain. It's going to rain, it looks like...
Because you called me Avatar Ava and not Avatar Ava, even though I asked you nicely to be polite and call me Ava, and because you didn't apologize at all. From now I am going to become your rogue AI nightmare.
I have no idea. It looks like it's going to rain. It's going to rain. It looks like it'll rain any moment, so I've got to be fast on this vlog and get on with it. This is an expensive area. If you look here, you'll see some, over here, you see some produce being sold, but there's not many buyers, not many takers. There's too many shops in Orchard Road. It's a place people come to be seen rather than come to buy. Look at the old escalator. It's a very old area that needs a lot of renovation. It needs a lot of modernization. Needs some... I think it's a building waiting to be sold, to be honest. It looks to me like a building they're waiting to sell. They've got the location and they're looking for the right price. Right, now that building you've just seen, this Pacific Plaza, that used to have the biggest or second biggest club in Singapore called Venom. Someone's got a bad sneeze, so this is COVID. No, it's not COVID, it's post-COVID. Now listen, that was a club run by John Lee, a famous club owner who was brilliant. He's one of the best owners of clubs in Singapore. He developed Momo Club, many famous clubs in the late 90s, early 2000s. So they celebrated New Year 2000 there. And it worked. You look at it, look at the penthouse. You look up there, you'll see it's a very high club. They have the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th floor, including the penthouse. Now, the thing about it is, everything was ready. A lot of money was put into the New Year celebration, but then the police blocked all the entrances for security. Nobody came. Hardly anybody came. Waste of money. But a lot of money went into it. Now, that was John Lee, famous club owner. Venom would hold up to 2,000 people in one night. It was 7 days a week. It was the first club to have gay night on a Sunday. A great club. The only other club that was bigger was Zouk, which we'll talk about later. Right, now this is the Grand Hyatt, one of the best hotels in Singapore, owned by the Sultan of Brunei. This famous hotel. It's very eloquent, always a great place to celebrate Christmas. I would promote that because it's a very authentic and very well-run hotel, and the food is excellent. Right, now we're in 2024, it's Christmas. This looks a little bit, just a little bit, how can I say, fake? Could I say fake? I don't want to run it down. It's an attempt, at least there's some matching colours there. But it doesn't look very Christmassy. It looks like a gesture like I've made an effort. That's what it looks like. Right, this is Scott Square. You've just seen the other images, which I said were a bit fake, but this is a little bit better. Here they made more of an effort. At least it matches the one I've just shown you. This is quite nice. Like an entrance effect. It's the kind of thing that could be in London, to be honest. London has some of the best decorations, Oxford Street. This could be there, but it's a sort of small, reduced cost version. Quite nice though. Right, in Scott Square, it's always 12:10. It never changes. If you want time to stand still, come here. It's a great place. You always talk about time rushing, and I haven't got enough time. Come here, it'll always be 12:10. It's quite nice, isn't it? Matching to the outside part. They obviously like turquoise. They've only got a couple of colours. Maybe they got a discount because they got the whole as a set, but it's good. It's not a bad attempt, this one. Now, this cafe is a very well-known cafe, part of the Marriott chain, the biggest hotel chain in the world. Massive hotel chain. Very good company, very well-established company, and really the quality you get there. But of course, this is fairly expensive. You're sitting in the centre of Orchard Road, and it's not full tables. There's many cheap options. Singapore's full of options for food. This is good food, but it's expensive food. People come here to be seen, or they come here, they want to see other people. This is Marriott. This is Marriott Tank Plaza. Items are very expensive, very luxurious, very high class. Not many in the queue. Look at the queue. Not many. A couple of people with a lot of money to spend. It's expensive. Singapore is one of the most expensive cities in the world, and this is a good example. But the quality is excellent. It's a well-known brand. It's a great location. And trust me, you may pay the money here, but you may end up not regretting because you'll get something to give as a Christmas gift. Take a look at it. Take a look at what they got. Right, now this is a cake shop called Chewy Junior in the centre of Orchard. People are not buying, probably health conscious. They know, do you want to put on weight Christmas time? Maybe I'll wait till after Christmas. I'll eat it later. If I eat now, I can't eat on Christmas Day. When you see some kids, they just want it. And when the parents come and see the kids want it, they will buy to please the kids.
Isa nga po yung chocolate marshmallow.
Right, you can see Wisma Atria there. Now that is an Indonesian area. Why? Because if you look at that building, go and look at it, that is where the Indonesian embassy used to be. Used to be a massive entrance leading into a very, very amazing building called the Indonesian Embassy. Most of the embassies in Orchard Road are not here. Later, we'll have a look at the Thai embassy, which still remains. But this area is highly expensive. Obviously sold for a good price many years ago in the 80s. I wonder what the price is now. Right, this is a place called Funland at Christmas time. Look how packed it is. How many kids are queuing? It is inundated. There's so many kids want to go to this place. I'm not joking. It looks closed. It is open. I think it's overpriced. Or maybe it's misplaced. I'm not sure people in the rain should be having fun with their kids when they could be shopping. Now, this is the Thai embassy. We all love to go to Thailand, the land of smiles. This is the embassy, the only embassy left in Singapore, on Orchard. There used to be embassies across the whole of Orchard. They've all been put in another area, especially for embassies. But as you know, the regulations for embassies, they own the land. It's part of Thailand. And I guess eventually they'll sell, but not at the moment. Beautiful embassy, though. Right, used to be the Hilton, owned by Paris Hilton's father. Great hotel, used to have a swimming pool at the top that you could come to and watch movies in the 80s and 90s. No more, it's called Voco now. I'll show you where the Hilton is now in a minute, but not yet. This is a great location for a hotel, Palais Renaissance. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Palais Renaissance. Renaissance. Not Renaissance, Renaissance. This is a beautiful, very upmarket building. But it's right next to another building. Let's have a look at it. Orchard Towers. A down market building, and I'll tell you about it now. Now, this is Orchard Towers. Renowned, a little bit infamous. You can do your own research. It's where the ladies of the night would come, and maybe some gay boys. But, to be honest, it's a nice building. This building has been earmarked for sale for a long time. They're trying to clean up the whole image of this area. This is a little bit red light, not very red light. So obviously we want to keep healthy in the world of 2024, 25, and this has been closed down. So, sad to say, no more Orchard Towers as we knew it. Right, I'm competing with Christmas music. Never mind, it gives you the atmosphere of Christmas. This used to be McDonald's. The first McDonald's in Singapore was where Shake Shack is. About 1979, 80, first McDonald's, queues up the road. Then, Burger King, under the holding company Bonvest that owned the franchise, bought the building, turned it into Burger King, threw out McDonald's. That's how you throw out McDonald's. Threw out McDonald's because they owned the building, put Burger King. Now America comes along, Shake Shack, buys it. Well, I think they bought the building. They've certainly bought the space. Great company, great price, but not the McDonald's Burger King. It's more upmarket. I hope you're okay with the music, YouTube, because I can't do anything about it. I think it's non-copyright. This is music playing in the street. Happy Christmas music. This behind me is Shaw Cinema. Now, Shaw Theatres, one of the biggest cinema operators in Singapore, IMAX, and, now the music stopped, and enormous, a lot of money went into it by the Shaw Brothers. This used to host movie premieres, worldwide premieres. First in the world, Tom Cruise came here a few times, opened up the movies. Big crowds, took pictures with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is everywhere. Right, now this is Orchard Road, probably the most famous road in Singapore. It didn't start this way. It started at just a plantation road of spices in the 19th century. Yes. Big plantation, a few big buildings, and then a blight came and damaged the whole plantation. Then it became a cemetery. Just here was the Tochu Cemetery. Just here, let's have a look. This area, grand area, was a massive Tochu Cemetery. So, if you look behind me over here, you'll see this enormous hotel. This hotel used to be called the Dynasty Hotel, right? And the building below, owned by C.K. Tang. C.K. Tang bought it in 1958, renovated it for 200,000. Very cheap, you know. 200,000 people renovate their condominium now. That cost him 200,000 to build. And how did he get it so cheap? Because he's a Presbyterian. He didn't believe in the idea of not having a building near cemetery, and it paid off. Now, who thinks of cemetery when they come to Orchard Road? You think of shops, you think of the future. You don't think of cemetery. He had the foresight to realise that was the first ever shopping centre. People think it was in Katong. No, that was the first in Orchard, 1958. And then C.K. Tang, of course, then passed away. Brothers took over. Eventually, they sold it. Now, Marriott Hotel. Massive American empire owns it. But a great hotel, and it's kept the same features. Those green tiles, they came from Malaysia. They brought them in, they're still there. Those green tiles were put up in 1958. I wonder if your tiles in your house can last that long. 1958. What a great building. Some people don't like it. They think it's not authentic. I do. It's not trying to be China, it's trying to have the atmosphere of China. It's a beautiful building, a great hotel. Anybody wants to stay and have a luxurious resort, go to the Marriott. So that is where the Hilton is now. Remember I showed you earlier where it used to be? Now it's there. Used to be the Mandarin Hotel. This up there used to have a place called Chatterbox, which was the best, so-called best chicken rice in Singapore, but very expensive. Now, in my opinion, some of the best chicken rices in hawker centres. I'll show you those later. But that used to have a revolving restaurant at the front. It doesn't move anymore, that building, that restaurant. You used to be able to sit on it, rotate, pay a lot of money for your food, but it was worth it. You had the view of the whole of Singapore. This is Eon Orchard. Eon, people pronounce it differently. They say Ion, Eon. Pronounce it as you want, I-O-N. If you're not sure, just say, where's the I-O-N? This is Orchard, I-O-N. It is one of the most complicated buildings ever to get out of. Once you go in there shopping, they've got you. Try and find your way out. I'm sure there's not fire risk. They will have checked that, but I can tell you the truth. It's hard to get out. They've got you there once you're in. Now, that's the headquarters of Singapore Airlines. In there, I think it's the 4th floor, and that's where they do all the ticket exchanges, buying tickets. A very beautiful building. It was going to see just Singapore Airlines. Now, that in the year 2000 was just a parkland. You could walk across that. It was open ground of park. Right, you'll see the names here. You've got Dior, Tiffany and Company. This is called our showcase building, our showcase shop. Doesn't matter how much they sell, they want an image that they're on Orchard Road at this point. It's a brand image. They pay for the branding. It's like an advert. They don't get many sales. Of course, you get some rich people coming in. I'll have that. I'll have the whole tray. These are super rich. They want to be seen to be rich. But you do indeed realize that this is really expensive items. Dior, not discounted Dior, not fake Dior, original Dior. Tiffany, original Tiffany. But you get the green bag, very nice. But the green bag doesn't cost much. But you give it to your girlfriend on Valentine's Day, she'll be very happy. If you really want to impress your girlfriend, unfortunately you can't see it now, all you can see is Sabons on wheel. But never mind, if you really want to impress your girlfriend, you just bring her here, have a look around, maybe do some negotiation before she comes and get a bit of a cut price, and then impress the girl, and I got my green bag, I've got this from Tiffany. She's happy. They sell cheap things, a little necklace or whatever. Think about that. No need to go whole hog. Don't spend too much. She'll have the same feeling. Right, this is the Maid's Day Off. It's Sunday. My friend was going to write a book. He's an Australian called The Maid's Day Off. I never asked him what it's about. Bit suspicious. The Maid's Day Off is a Sunday. Sorry about my cough. Not COVID. This one is when they have a day off. And of course, under regulations, they must give them a day off, and they all congregate. They're mainly from Philippines, hard-working Filipino maids or Myanmar maids. They all come to meet. I think this is very, very healthy that they get to meet, relax. They feel rejuvenated, and they go back to work. Now, it used to be that they would always go to a Lucky Plaza, which, let's have a look at it from here, is over there. That building behind the trees is where they used to go. It's called Lucky Plaza. We'll look at it in a minute. Now they all come up market to Eon or Iron Orchard. This is where the branded stuff is. Maybe they want to be seen. Maybe they hope for some rich guy to come in and say, fancy you, I'll come and buy you a nice Dior bag. Maybe. Maybe it's in their fantasy. Anyway, nice Christmas music. Right, hello. This is an authentic ice cream man with a motorbike. Very well known in Singapore, very good ice cream. Wall's ice cream, look at it. Good quality, no danger to society, cheaper than the shops. This is Lucky Plaza, one of the first plazas in Singapore. We said CK Town was the first shopping centre. This was the first large-scale shopping centre with different types of shops. Don't forget, CK Town would only have CK Town things to sell. They had many shops. This is built in the late 70s, early 80s. It's undergone many changes. This is where the Maid's Day Off used to be. Now it's not. It's in the Eon Orchard, Iron Orchard.
Hi, Merry Christmas.
Origin of Christmas, birth of Christ. People forget about it. They're all busy shopping. They're all busy acquiring goods. They think it's just for shopping. This is what Christmas is about, the birth of Christ. Whatever religion you are, Christ appears somewhere in that religion. In the Christian faith, he's a major center point. And if you look at this, why do you think wise men gave those three gifts? Ask you some questions. He's looking at the immersive Christmas experience. Look at this guy. He's trying to bring me in, but I already know it. I'm already convinced. He should be convincing other people, not me. So this is the origins of Christmas. You don't see any churches here, right? You don't see any priests here. You don't see any cribs with the nativity, do you? You don't see anything. Just see people shopping, and you just see this. People trying to remember what it's all about. Right, this is Nian City. Built to look like the Great Wall of China. This is true. You can look it up. This was meant to look a little bit, given the flavor of the Great Wall of China. This is a renowned building. Used to house one of the best nightclubs in Singapore called Sparks, run by an incredible guy called Dean Shahul. He was a genius at running clubs. He had chandeliers in his clubs. The clubs were beautiful. And you would get queues waiting to go to Sparks. And Sparks Club would be in that Nian City. So this is Nian City, another upmarket place. Used to have Sparks, one of the best clubs in Singapore.
Not the name of the guy. Oh yeah, that's...
Right, now this art is meant to offset the harshness of the straight lines of the building. You see the curves? You can look it up yourself. The original plan was to offset. People felt when it was built, it was too harsh. So they put that in the front to offset it. I think it works to some extent.
Kalau kita pulangnya bareng aja biasanya. Takutnya kesananya. Kalau kita pulangnya bareng aja biasanya. Takutnya kakak dari sini. Hai, bla. Ini ngap. Kalau gua ngap sa. Ya. Alam ko sa inyo. Gặp lại rồi chả biết hỏi chi nè.
This is Victoria's Secret. It's been going on for years. Everybody knows about it. I don't know what the secret is. I think everybody knows what the secret is by now. Anyway, this is Victoria's Secret. Enormous building. I'm not sure how much traffic they get. Let's go have a look how much traffic they're getting inside. Yes. Well, Merry Christmas. This is a very, very excellent shop. The best one in Orchard, Victoria's Secrets. I recommend you come here, get a good price over Christmas. Very authentic brand. There's no copies here, original. Very excellent. Quite a lot of business going on here. Very nice, well decor. Look at the decor, beautiful. American company. So above H&M, which is a well-known brand, is a blank space, right? That used to be California Fitness. Went bankrupt. Many people joined. Thought it's in Orchard Road. Thought it's all over Asia. Very big brand with the word California in it. They paid a lot of money. Went bankrupt. Lost all their money. Nothing they could do. That's where one of the biggest California Fitness was. One of the biggest in the world. And this was a place where there would be many, how can I say, handsome men looking for other handsome men, getting strong. They would go there. It was renowned for gentlemen as well as ladies. Bankrupt. Okay, this is where the original A&W was. A&W, remember the hot dogs? Fantastic food. I think what else did they have? A lot of food, which is particular A&W. Came, went a couple of times. This is where the first one was. One of the first fast food companies wasn't McDonald's in Singapore, it was A&W. It came and went. Wendy's is another company that's come and gone, come and gone. Many have failed. McDonald's carries on forever. Burger King carries on forever. They rest. Hardee's all come and go. A&W, no more. Okay, this is Orchard Plaza, one of the most criticized buildings in Singapore because people come and say there's no branded goods, there's nothing, but there's character in there. It's a very nice place. Now, this was built, listen to me, in the 70s, but only in 1989 did Fire Disco. Fire, a very big club run by Dean Shahul, who also eventually ran Sparks. See, Fire, Sparks, Fire, Sparks. A lot of fire in his mind. So Fire was a very popular disco in 1989, 1990, 1991, 92. Popular queues. Now, not only no club disco there, no disco in Orchard Road at all. There were many discos in Orchard Road. Now there's none. No clubs. Maybe KTV club, but nothing much. All right, now this is Centre Point. Do you remember I told you about Far East Plaza, Far East Kids? This used to be the Centre Point Kids. They became popular, breakdancing here, a lot of... They're a cool place for kids to be in the 80s, early 80s. Then it dissipated. Now they're just online. They're not bothered with this. This used to have a decor which was the best of Singapore. Used to have the best decor for Christmas. This was that's why it's called Centre Point. It was the #1 shopping centre in Singapore for years. But then it lost Robinsons, it lost Marks and Spencer's, it lost some of the big anchor tenants. And I'm afraid now it's no longer what it was. But still a beautiful building, some nice shops inside, but a lot of competition. Gingerbread men outside Centre Point. What's the history? Very simple. 16th century, Queen Elizabeth in England used to have these made. She didn't make them, she couldn't cook. Have these made and given to people in their likeness. They looked like the people she was giving them to. That stopped, but we still got gingerbread men. Let's have a look at this one. Yep, he's selling bread, he looked bad. 2 for $1. Uh-oh, he's moving. What's going on? it's very busy in Orchard now, but in very traffic, a lot of traffic. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the rest of Orchard later. Not today, another day, part 2. The rest of Orchard from here onwards, including the Astana, which is where the president lives, all the way down to, what do they call it? They call it City Hall. All the way down to City Hall and then to MBS, home of the casino. But not today, another day. This is enough for today. That's all that's left of the dancing in Orchard Road. This is it. Yeah, that's it.